everyone. We're going to go ahead and get started. My name is Ruby, and I am joining you live today from my dining table in Sacramento, California. I was scrolling through the chat, and I see some of you are also coming to us from Sacramento. I think I saw Southern California, San Francisco, Colorado, and then some of you aren't currently there, but are repping the East Coast in China. Welcome everyone. We're so glad that you could join us today. I'm the Outreach Coordinator in the College of Agricultural and Environmental Sciences, and I'm also a proud alumni of the college. I majored in Human Development, so I hope some of you are HDE majors here today. If you are, go ahead and type that into the chat. There weren't any on Monday, but I hope there are some here today. First and foremost, I want to congratulate you on your admissions. Our programs are well known throughout the nation and the world, and it's not an easy feat to be admitted, and I hope you've taken a few moments to celebrate this huge accomplishment. You should be very, very proud of yourself. And secondly, I hope and we hope you and your loved ones are staying safe and healthy during this time. We know and recognize that it can be exciting, nerve-wracking, and challenging to navigate the college admission process during a regular cycle, and we understand that it can feel all of those ways now, but feel especially challenging as you're adjusting to finishing out your senior year remotely. Our goal today is very simple. We want to ensure you feel supported as you make decisions about the place you want to call home for the next 4 years. But before we get there, I want to go over some general housekeeping rules so we're on the same page for this webinar. So we will, first and foremost, we're all learning. This is my second webinar now, so please bear with us through the session. There might be some technical difficulties, but we're hoping we can provide a fun and informative session for you. You'll meet various people today from the network of support that you'll have in our college. You'll meet some faculty, you'll meet our student leadership coordinator, our student engagement coordinators, some dean's office advisors, major advisors, and current students, and even someone that is a PhD candidate. Throughout the presentation today, we'll ask you to comment using the chat function. So some of you all already did that, and you were able to chat with all panelists and attendees. So that will be for you all to talk to each other. However, if you have questions throughout the presentation, starting now, you can actually submit questions via the Q&A function. You should see on your dashboard that there's a Q&A icon, looks like 2 text bubbles, and you should be able to start submitting questions there for our panelists as you see them throughout trivia. Other than that, I think those are the few housekeeping rules we have. We are now going to kick things off with some trivia, and I'm going to need your help in introducing our trivia host. So I'm going to launch a poll to introduce our trivia host. So our next trivia host is a huge pizza fan and is constantly debating with everyone about this one question. So does pineapple belong on pizza? We're kind of 50-50 right now. Ooh, pineapple's winning. All right, I'm gonna bring up our next host so she can introduce herself as the poll continues.
Y'all, pizza, do not ruin pizza with your pineapple, okay? I am a very firm believer right now that pineapple does not belong on pizza. It never has, it never will, but we accept everyone here at Davis, so for the purpose of this, I'm gonna let it slide, okay? I'm happy that it's at least half and half.
50% for pineapple, Co.
The 42% of you for no pineapple, or I like just a little bit more. You know, it is what it is. But so yes, just to introduce myself, my name is Co. I'm reporting here live from the Arboretum. Just kidding, I'm reporting from my kitchen, but it's not that clean, so I use this fancy background to cover it up. I am originally from the East Coast. I saw someone from New York. I'm originally from Connecticut, but I am the Student Leadership Program Coordinator. I've been living in California for a little over 5 years now, and I like this weather a lot more. We will be using Kahoot today, so hopefully you're interested. If you're not, then we're going to show you a nice fun game. You will potentially, it's easier if you do have a second device to play Kahoot, so we can kind of, you see the video, but you have your phone or tablet or whatever it is. So what you're going to do now is if you all go to www.kahoot.it, or if you are fancy enough to have the Kahoot app, um, this is the game pin 9458286. We're going to do some College of Ag, UC Davis trivia. Let's see how much you know. And if you don't know, hopefully you're going to walk out of here with some new knowledge. So I see people, Cowabunga. I love these names. I love these names. Our last session, I had somebody that liked to taunt me and use pineapple pizza as their sign in. Lucky for them, they didn't win because I would have revoked their title as winner based on that title. Just kidding. But I do love pizza. Go Aggies. Oh, I love the school spirit already. And as we go through, as people, Horse with the money signs. All right, it's like trendy, right? As you all are logging in, some questions may pop up either during the game or you already have them and you don't want to forget them. Please remember to type them into the Q&A. It should be at the bottom of your screen. We're going to get to the Q&A portion later, but I know I am very much a let me make sure that I write it down, because if I don't say it right now, I will forget. So please feel free to do it throughout the Kahoot, and we'll get to those at the towards the end of this session. Someone wrote pineapple. You had to go there, didn't you? YOLO. I love this. Kahootie. That's a good one. I haven't seen that one before. I like that. All right, we'll give just 10 more seconds if there's anyone else that is out there trying to log on in. People can join in later too, but this is a competition. So just as a heads up for those of you who have not played, it's not only getting the correct answers, uh, but it's also doing it the fastest. So make sure you're doing it quick, correctly, and that is how you will steal the coveted title as Kahoot winner, which is something you can definitely put on your resume, folks. Uh, all right, so if that's it, let's get it started. Got a nice little warm-up question for our first one. All right, the first question is, what does CA and ES stand for? What does it stand for? Is it the College of Ag? Is it the College of Antelopes and Eager Beavers? Is it the College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences? Or is it the College of Agricultural and Environmental Sciences? Place your guesses, quick, quick, quick. Make sure you are, remember, quick and accurate. You need the nice balance. All right, 3, 2, 1. Boom! See, we tripped some of you up. See, we call it a warm up, but it's not that much of a warm up because it's kind of, we trick you for those people who are trying to be quick. So it is the College of Agricultural and Environmental Sciences. A lot of people do say the College of Agriculture. Also, I mean, we don't want to forget our human sciences folks out there. I know that it's not reflected in the college title, but we do have human sciences too. So if you are managerial economics, human development, maybe community and regional development, we care about you just as much, even though you are not reflecting the title. You're one of us as well. So let's see who got our first question. Calculating. Oh, it looks like Ben. Ben just narrow, very narrow by Sadie. Sadie can definitely steal this. And honestly, we have a pretty close race right now. So let's move to the second question. All right, what CA&ES department is housed in this building? Is it the dean's office? Is it the central egghead office? Is it food science, or is it livestock? We know that some of you may have not had a chance to actually go to the Davis campus, and especially right now with the times, we wanted to try and bring as much of Davis as we could to you all. This is Marac Hall. Got some lovely eggheads in both. I don't know really which side is the front or the back because they both look nice, but they both have eggheads on either side of it. So there is that. And what Ooh, almost. See, a lot of you got tripped up thinking it was food science. It is indeed the dean's office. The dean's office is in Marac Hall. Love that people guessed others. And right now we are going to bring up one of our actual dean's office advisors, Joe Lee, to talk a little bit about the dean's office and the support services they offer. Take it away, Joe.
Hi, everybody. Welcome. We're excited to have a chance to connect with you all today. And I wanted to take a moment to talk a little bit about the Dean's Office. So the College of Agricultural and Environmental Sciences Dean's Office Advisors, we're here to support and serve you in a variety of different ways. We work with students in a very broad sense. We may help you navigate the university, identify resources, and work towards achieving your goals. As an academic advisor, I have many conversations with students about their academic and personal goals, and maybe working with you to create a longer term plan and how to put all those things together. For those of you who are beginning your time at UC Davis as an undeclared exploratory student, the Dean's Office will actually serve as your major advisor until you officially declare and change your major. We are also often the first point of contact should any challenges arise. Maybe you get sick and have to miss class, or maybe something else is going on that impacts your academic progress. Regardless of what's going on, we're here to work with you as a support, making sure you understand the resources available, options, and connect you to a lot of the great other folks on campus who are available to help you with your time.
Awesome. Thank you, Joe, for that. Dropping some knowledge on a Friday afternoon. Appreciate that. So let's see. Did anyone steal the lead? And Cowabunga came out of nowhere straight to the top, but Sadie is not far behind, only by 2 points. Wow, math is hard these days, folks. All right, let's go on to the next question. How many majors are there in the College of Agricultural and Environmental Sciences? So we're looking for how many majors. Is it 14, 53, 28, or 47? Think about this. Do, 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 do. You got 8 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Boom. Whoo! Tripped up 12 of you, but yes, the 16 of you that guessed 28 majors is correct. So we have 28 majors in addition to that. We also have an exploratory major. So if any of you are exploratory out there, that is also part of our college as well. We are the largest ag school in California, so we offer the most majors out of all the ag schools. And to talk a little bit about the majors, and we also have major advisors. So we are going to bring up Emma, who is a major advisor with animal science, as well as Maria, who is a major advisor for managerial economics. Take it away.
Hi, everyone. My name is Emma Martinez. I am a major advisor for animal science and management, and agriculture and environmental education.
Hi, everybody. My name is Maria Saldaña Seibert, and I'm one of the advisors in managerial economics. And I want to join everyone else in congratulating you and welcoming to UC Davis. Being an Aggie is awesome, and we look forward to working with you. Emma, I can start by saying a little bit about advising, if that's okay.
Yep, go for it.
So we as academic advisors, you'll come and visit us in our offices, or for now, you can reach us via Zoom appointments. And some of the things that we do help students with is helping them with their class selection. Many students would like to have scheduled plans for the year, so we'll help them with that. We also help students with petitions that they have to go through, change a major sometimes. For many students, it's really a great resource to start with us so that we can help you guide you towards the time that you're here and towards graduation.
And additionally, just to add on to what Maria has already said, we help students find internships, think about career options in the future, what they can do with their degree, where they would like to go. Again, as freshmen, You may not be thinking about what happens after college, but we will guide you on your path, thinking about what things you could do with your degree. We also can connect you with other resources such as health professions advising if you're interested in veterinarian school or medical school, along with the Internship and Career Center if you're thinking about job support and internships and later. But again, congratulations on your acceptance.
Awesome. Thank you, Marie and Emma. All right. For those 16 of you, did anyone steal the lead? Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Ooh, Cowabunga is holding tight, and Sadie's still trying to grab that top spot, but go Aggies. Once again, came out of nowhere up to the third place spot. Let's see if it's still anyone's game, I think, in my personal opinion, but let's go to the next question. Right, what would be a good reason to talk to a faculty member? So, would it be you're interested in research opportunities? Maybe you're confused about class content. You're seeking some mentorship, or all of the above. So, one of the four of those answers. Ooh, a lot of you answered real quick. Four, three, two. Wow, we did not stump any of you. So hopefully those who answered correctly answered quickly. But yes, all of the answers are, all of the above are all solid answers. And to talk a little bit about that, we have Deanne Meyer, who is a faculty member in animal science and also serves as our master advisor for agricultural and environmental education. So let's welcome Deanne to the panel.
Hey, Co, I'm glad to see we have some people who do not like pineapple on their pizza. I'm with them.
See, exactly.
Yeah, well, welcome all you future Aggies. From an alum and a member of the faculty, I say congratulations, and we look forward to having you on our campus. It's a phenomenal campus, and it's really sad you're not able to come up quite now because it's absolutely gorgeous outside. When you come to campus, you'll have classes that perhaps you might not understand something or something's a little confusing, and we definitely recommend you go in and see your faculty member for office hours. When I teach and I have office hours, I'm so lonely, and I would love to meet the students, answer questions you have about the class, the content, life on campus, about your major, about anything. So that's what we're here for. You want to get to know your faculty members. If they're doing research in a particular area you might be interested in, they might be able to have a space in their lab for you to do some work in. We always have people asking about what's the hands-on experience I can do at UC Davis, and everywhere you look, there's an opportunity for hands-on experience. If you don't think it exists, you just need to ask someone, and the odds are really good they'll make room for you in their lab or with whatever the activity is. As a faculty member, we also help point you in directions for internships. Emma mentioned that the staff advisors do that as well. And we have a phenomenal internship and career center on campus. And they do a great job finding very specific interests to help match students with a particular opportunity. So we're here to help mentor you along. We're here to be a friendly face, to be part of your cheering squad while you're a student here at campus. And at the end of your time at UC Davis, right before it's time for you to leave and go out into the great big world, odds are really good you're going to need a letter of recommendation for something, and we're also here to provide that for you. So get to know us, ask questions if you're having academic challenges or you just need a little more assistance, and feel free to stop by and say, hey, because we were in your shoes not too long ago. And again, congratulations on getting accepted to UC Davis. We're a phenomenal school, and we look forward to seeing you on campus soon.
Thank you so much, Deanne. All right, so you all got that question correctly, but did someone answer quicker? Bum, bum, bum. Oh, Cowabunga holding tight. Sadie just can't, but Sadie has the highest answer streak, 4 answers in a row. That's amazing. All right, let's move to the next question. Okay, which type of advisor should you access during your first year to help with coursework, educational, and career-related goals? Is it a peer advisor? Is it a dean's office advisor? Is it a major advisor? Or is it all of the above? All right, just a few more seconds. Whoo, so 31 of you got it correctly. So I mean, those who had guessed a dean's office or a major advisor, you are not wrong. But yes, all of the above. We got to hear from a master advisor. We got to hear from a dean's office advisor, a major advisor. The only one we didn't get a chance to hear from today is a peer advisor. But all of these people, I mean, you got to hear a little bit from them. Obviously, hopefully the message is clear, is that we are here to support you all. So you have a number of different people to come to when you need help or support or guidance here at Davis. And that is really the takeaway with this question, is that there's always someone here to help you out. We're going to go to the next one. Cowabunga is just not letting up. All right. Which of the following College of Ag facilities is not housed at the Robert Mondavi Institute? So this is a lovely picture of the Robert Mondavi Institute. Is it the Haagen-Dazs Honeybee Haven, the California Processing Tomato Industry Pilot Plant, I'm always saying these is so much, the August A. Bush Brewing and Food Science Laboratory, or the Good Life Garden? Which one of these is not at the Robert Mondavi Institute? And we love acronyms here at UC Davis. So we usually call it RMI. So if you hear that out of my mouth and that slips up, that means Robert Mondavi Institute. So which one of these is not housed here? Woo! You all are sharp. So yes, it is the Haagen-Dazs Honeybee Haven. All of these facilities actually exist somewhere on campus. So the Haagen-Dazs Honeybee Haven is very much a real thing. It is just not housed at the Robert Mondavi Institute. It's a little bit off from Central Campus where the Robert Mondavi Institute is. But just some things to highlight. No matter what your major is, we are all about the hands-on experience. So learning a lot in the classroom, obviously, but as you can see with some of these facilities listed as part of this question, is that here at Davis, we're really trying to get you not only the content in the classroom, but for you to be able to apply some of that so that you're ready for the workforce or the real world. I mean, we're all living in the real world all the time, but what they always call the real world, so that you're all ready to do that. So there's a lot of opportunities for that hands-on experience, and that's what we want you to take away from this. So what do we got? I mean, these top three have been holding pretty strong. Cowabunga, Sadie, and Alondra. All right. What do we have next? What is one of the student events hosted by CA&ES each quarter? Is it a slice of advising, coffee with the dean, community service trips, or study break? So which one of these is hosted by the College of Ag each quarter? And I mean, this is perfect because all these answers are absolutely correct, and we had a sprinkling of each answer. So we are all about holistic advising here in the College of Ag at UC Davis. We know obviously academics are number one, but there is much more to you than just how you're doing in classes. So we want to make sure that we make you well-rounded individuals, and we're getting to know you as people. So we do have a slice of advising where we have pizza. You know how much I love pizza. Where we have pizza and we have advising, and we come to one of the central campus spots, so you don't necessarily need to come to our office. Coffee with the dean. So our Dean Dillard likes to sit down with students, and we usually have a themed thing. You have some coffee, you're able to ask her questions around this theme, or just about being a dean, or what are hot topics as part of the university or the college. Anyone that was interested in volunteering, we do offer community service trips as part of the student experience. Those are one-time quarterly experiences, but we also do a spring break trip where we travel to a place in California and do community service projects each day. And we also have study break because exams can be stressful, y'all. So we want to make sure that you are fueled and fed and ready to go. So we try to offer a little de-stress part. We give, some free coffee, some swag, some Scantron, some food, just to hopefully alleviate some of that stress. So you were all correct with that one. So let's see. Are those three still holding strong? Alondra's on fire right now. My goodness. All right. Let's go to the next question. All right. Aggie Ambassadors and MANRRS are both examples of, is it a club? Is it a class? Is it a club and a class? Or is it Greek life? I mean, the possibilities are endless here, folks. Seven more seconds. Woohoo! Yes. So some of you may have jumped the gun, but you're not technically wrong if you said a club or a class, but both are examples of a club and a class. So you can earn units and you can just show up and have fun. And to talk a little bit about Aggie Ambassadors and MANRRS is we have two representatives from Aggie Ambassadors. So we have Logan and Jade, who are two of the officers of the program. And then we also have Michelle, who is one of the officers for MANRRS. So we're going to bring them up and they'll talk a little bit about both of the programs.
Hi guys, my name is Logan. I'm a fourth year here at Davis and I'm one of the communications officers for Aggie Ambassadors.
Hey guys, my name is Jade. I am a third year and I am one of the member relations and outreach coordinators for Aggie Ambassadors. So basically, I want you guys to know exactly what Aggie Ambassador is. Like you guys played in this game, it's both a club and a class. You could take it for up to 2 units or you could take it for no units at all. It's a great club for you to get to be comfortable with your transition coming to this campus, because I know it's a really big campus and you want to feel that you have close friends and close people that you could depend on. So it's a really cool club. And we also go out to volunteer at other campus events and high school events. So we go out of state, even to national FFA or state FFA, and all these outreaching things to talk to prospective students and let them know exactly what UC Davis is all about. And we focus mainly on leadership, community, and outreach. So if that interests you, you definitely should join our club. It's a lot of fun. And Logan, if you have anything to add on to that.
Yeah, we do, for our members during our class time, we like to do career panels and we bring in speakers to talk to you guys and just developing leadership skills in the classroom setting, and then you get a chance to actually use those at events, volunteering across the state.
So hi everyone, my name is Michelle Pepping and I am an officer for MANRRS. And what is MANRRS? Is it actual manners at a table? No, it's an acronym for minorities in agriculture, natural resources, and related sciences. And it's a really cool opportunity where, like Aggie Ambassadors, it's a club and a class. So you could take it just on your own time as a club member, or you can be both a club member and get units for it if you just have to put in a certain amount of hours. But the kinds of things we do are mostly revolving around community. So creating a community for the members of MANRRS. So if you're coming from, a place and you're really nervous about coming to UC Davis, even though we're all excited to have you here, this is a great place to meet other people and just make a smaller community. But we also focus on professional development. So we have weekly meetings, and in those meetings, we talk about public speaking and writing your resume. And you're like, I'm a freshman, I don't need to write a resume. Well, it's really helpful. I mean, I wish I did it just right from the get-go to kind of have something there and know what you need, and then you build on it with time. And like a lot of professional development skills, it takes time to learn. So if you start in the beginning and you have fun with us we have little pizza parties too. I'm a pineapple person, and I used to, when I was in undergrad, I'm also the PhD student. Cat's out of the bag. But when I was in undergrad, I actually delivered pizzas every day for 4 years till pretty much 3 a.m. every night. And I never got sick of pineapple pizza, even though I had free pizza every day for 4 years. So It's my personal opinion. But again, Manners is a great club. It's a great opportunity. We have regional and national conferences. So if you want to put little resume boosters, like I did a public speaking competition and I won, or I participated, or I got to network and get internships, like this is a really good club for you.
Awesome. Thank you, Jade Logan. And I guess we have a pineapple lover pizza person. It's okay, Michelle.
We're out there.
We still like you. No worries. All right. Let's see. Out of the 28, are those 3 still holding strong? Whoa, go Aggies came out of nowhere, straight up into 3rd place. Woohoo! All right. So we have our very last question coming up. So this is, time to get your competitive hats on, kids. Let's go. So CDG, what does CDG stand for? Is it camels, dogs, and giraffes, career dynamic groups, career discovery groups, or caves, dams, and gumrock? I know that maybe some other people might have other things that CDG stands for, but as far as the College of Ag is concerned, what does CDG stand for? As mentioned before, we are all about the acronyms, and please call us out in the Q&A if any of us slip up and start using the acronyms and you don't know what it means, because we want to make sure we break out of that and y'all are getting the information. But yes, 33 of you got it correctly. Is career discovery group. So hopefully after the Q&A portion, there is a second half to our presentation, which will be specifically on career discovery group. So hopefully you all stay in tune for that. So can we get a drum roll, please? Who was the winner? So in 3rd place, with 9 out of 9 questions answered, go Aggies. Sadie in 2nd place, and here we go. Cowabunga just killed the game, just crushed it. All 3 of them got 9 out of 9 questions correctly. So you basically are UC Davis students. You're ready to come. You don't need, just come on down. You're basically already you're a admitted student. Now just be a student here. It's great. So thank you all for playing that game. I hope that you were able to learn a little bit more from that. Before we start with our Q&A, which please keep on popping those questions into the Q&A because we're going to start that in just a few seconds. But we have a very special guest for you today. So reporting live from, I believe, Davis, California, we have our Associate Dean for undergraduate academic programs, Sue Ebler. Let's raise the roof, even though we can't see any of you. But welcome, Sue. You're on mute.
Oops. I'm unmuted by the host. Can you hear me? Yes? No?
Yes, we can.
Sue, we can hear you.
All right, good. Thank you, Co, and congratulations again. It's great to have so many of you joining us. We are really excited to have you admitted to UC Davis, and we want to congratulate you on all of your accomplishments. My name is Sue Ebler. I'm the Associate Dean for Undergraduate Academic Programs, and I get to work with all these amazing folks who are helping with the webinar today. And as a student here, I love getting to know all of our students, and we do, as you've heard, lots of things where we get to do fun things with students. I just want to tell you a little bit about our college. We are the founding college at UC Davis. We started as the farm, the university farm, when it was part of UC Berkeley. And the campus then became its own campus in the early 1900s, but the College of Agriculture was the main part of UC Davis at the very beginning. The components of agriculture, environment, and human and social sciences are really critical to, I believe, the success of our college. We are the #1 College of Ag and Environmental Sciences in the country, #2 in the world. Yay, go Ags. And I do truly believe that's because of this integration that we have with the agricultural sciences, the human sciences, and the environmental sciences. When we think about growing animals and plants for food and fiber, we are always thinking about how we can do it in ways that are protecting our environment and our natural resources. And we're doing it in ways to think about how we are having healthy people. Is that food going to be nutritious for people? And healthy communities, as we think about how urban and agricultural lands and uses of land come closer together, we're thinking about how can we still produce food and have these urban areas that people want to live in and people enjoy living in. And we want to make sure we're doing it in economically viable ways so that the farmers, the producers, the retail folks who sell our food, they are also making money. So balancing all those needs is quite a challenge, but our college really tries to push forward that idea that all of those components are really critical. And our students get a really strong grounding in those areas. And so when you're taking your classes, when you're doing some of your clubs and organizations, usually there's a component of all of those parts of our college in the things that you're learning. And so when you leave UC Davis, you have this really incredible set of skills that allow you to ask and answer some really tough questions that are facing our society in the future. We also pride ourselves on lots of hands-on and experiential learning opportunities. So you'll get to do lots of laboratory classes, you'll get to do lots of internship opportunities, research opportunities, and we think those also are critical to having our graduates be very, very successful and leaders in their respective fields once they leave UC Davis. So we are super proud of our students. We hope to see you all here in the fall, so we hope to see you all here in the fall, and we just want to say again, congratulations on being accepted to UC Davis.
Thank you, Sue. All right, next up, we are going to start our Q&A portion, and I am going to ask for your help in introducing our next panelist, our next host. Our host is notorious for snoozing her alarm multiple times in the morning, and she wants to know how many of you are with her. Do you snooze your alarm multiple times or get up on the first ring? All right, we have almost all of our responses in. It's looking like you have a lot of friends, Lane.
61%. Sleep is power, people. I see I'm in good company. And I've always wanted to be one of those people that can just spring out of bed in the morning and be ready to go. But I've always been a snoozer. I'm sure you guys are going to get some grief from your college roommates. But like I said, 10 minutes can make all the difference in how alert you are. So do your thing. My name's Lane. I'm the Student Engagement Coordinator in the Dean's Office for the College of Agricultural and Environmental Sciences. So I actually get to plan a lot of those events, the slice of advising, field day, coffee with the dean. Really my job is to create spaces for you guys to come and connect to each other, to work with your dean's office advisors and your major advisors. So I'm excited to meet some of you on campus next year and get to have fun at some of those events. But right now I want to make sure you have time to get your questions answered. We've got a great panel full of faculty, dean's office advising, major advising, student representatives. So keep on dropping questions into the Q&A. And if my panelists want to come back on screen, I will go ahead and start asking some of those questions. So my first question is for Maria. It's about the managerial economics program. So students are wanting to know what is the difference between the Man-Econ program in the College of Agricultural and Environmental Sciences versus more of a traditional and like just a business degree. And what types of jobs do those graduates tend to pursue when they're done?
Hi, everyone. Can you hear me? I see. Okay. The managerial economics, I actually saw a couple of other questions, so I may go a little bit more in elaboration. But the classes really go beyond a traditional economics and business major. It really blends, it's blending throughout economic theory and business knowledge, and the way that it's applied in real life. We do have 4 different types of emphases. We have a business economics emphasis, an international business economics, environmental and resources economics, and agricultural economics. So we have different areas of emphasis for students to do. The students that have major in managerial economics have gone on to businesses and in the industry like marketing, analysis, consulting, financial, accounting, and entrepreneur. I always have a hard time with that word, being an entrepreneur, real estate, and even into government. For those students who are pursuing even more education, many of them do go into graduate school, and they're going to get an MBA or an MCAT, or some of them even go to law school. So I hope that answers your question, but I want to invite that once you're on campus, certainly reach out to us. We'd be happy to make it a little more personalized to you and sit one-on-one with you.
Awesome. Thank you, Maria. So I'm really proud of myself because after today, I know what the MANRRS acronym stands for, Minorities in Agriculture, Natural Resources, and Related Sciences. So Michelle, we have a student who's wanting to know who is all included in MANRRS. What are some of the student groups that are represented?
So we are completely inclusive for every ethnic background and major. I might fool you because I'm so pasty. I have to put sunscreen on every single day or I burn, but I'm actually Chicana. Like my mom immigrated here, which has been a great experience. But we have people from all sorts of backgrounds. We have people that are mixed like me. We have people from all over the world that are international students. And we have people that have just been integrated white American for their whole family's history. So we're really inclusive for every background. If you're in MANRRS and you love it and you want your roommate to come and she is a math major or a chemist, she does not have to be in the College of Ag. Bring her along too.
Awesome. Thanks, Michelle. Our next question I'm going to direct to Joe. Joe's our Dean's Office advisor. And Joe, students want to know about the option of taking courses over the summer at a community college. Can they get started in the summer? Can they receive credit for those classes?
Yeah, so we have students who decide to do that frequently. That is not an uncommon thing to do. We encourage students, of course, to work with the Dean's Office and their major advisor. For those of you considering community college coursework in the state of California, there's actually a really helpful website called assist.org that tells you the transfer course equivalencies between every California community college and each public four-year institution. So that's a really helpful website to kind of keep in mind. I will say, if you are considering taking any coursework at a community college before fall quarter, before this upcoming fall, to be sure to talk to undergraduate admissions before you do. That is an important step that you want to make sure that you take before enrolling in classes. But after you start here at UC Davis, there are many great options, and we certainly encourage students to consider those. And we welcome those conversations.
Awesome. I'm going to jump down. We've got a question about opportunities for undergraduate research at UC Davis. Deanne and Sue, are you able to share some of the research opportunities that you've seen undergraduates participate in?
Sure. I work in the animal science department and also have a master advisor for Ag and Environmental Sciences. So we have students across the campus in all subject areas participating in research. On the animal side, it could be anything from genetic genomics work in the laboratory, real high-tech stuff, to working with dairy cows or sheep and cleaning up and feeding them. So there's the whole degree from really high tech to low tech, which is a pitchfork.
Yeah, I would just add that there are lots of research opportunities for students. Most faculty at one time or another will have undergraduates working in their lab. And oftentimes you'll be actually working more with a graduate student who's in the lab. So the faculty member may coordinate. If you go to a faculty member, that person might say, yeah, we do take undergraduates, but let me make sure first that I have a graduate student who can mentor you. So we really, faculty usually are trying to make sure that students have a really good experience in the lab, and often that means having a range of other mentors in the lab for the student to work with. I would also say that you have access to faculty all across the campus, in the vet school, in the med school, in the public health, in other colleges. And so if you have a class or you read about someone who's doing something that's interesting, just go talk to them and start asking them what opportunities they might have. And the other thing I would say is don't give up and don't feel badly if someone says, no, I can't take any students right now. It really, in most cases, has nothing to do with you. It's just where that professor is at that particular time. And again, their ability to have a good mentoring experience. If it is something that they're asking for some specific skill set, that maybe you haven't had chemistry yet and they want to make sure that you've at least had a year of chemistry, they'll usually tell you that. So then you'll know, okay, if I want to work in this lab, then I need to finish chemistry and then go back and talk to that professor. So faculty are really interested in talking to undergraduate students, and they will work with you. Even if they don't have something, maybe they say, oh, but you know, my colleague down the hall, I know he's looking for some students, or I know his graduate students are looking for some help. So why don't you go talk to him? And they may even do a handoff to you and walk down the hall with you to introduce you. So getting some research experience is fantastic. We also have an undergraduate research center. Is that what it's called? Undergraduate Research Center, that can help with putting together a resume for working in a lab, for practicing how you're going to talk to a professor, and helping to act as a steering, as a place where some positions might get advertised. But I would say that a lot of faculty have opportunities for undergraduates, but it might not be formally advertised. So oftentimes the best to do is just to go talk to that professor, and they'll tell you if they have something or not.
Awesome. So it sounds like persistence, being willing to start small. And another thing, you guys, is when there are research opportunities, they get passed around to major advisors. And so having that relationship with your major advisor and having them know what it is that you're interested in will make it more likely for you to get that call or that opportunity. But I would love to have Co talk a little bit more about the service trips and the spring break trip. We are very committed to having students serve and benefit the community at large, and our student leadership coordinator and some of our student employees in the dean's office plan a lot of those types of leadership opportunities as well.
Yeah, so we do service things. So each quarter we have been doing around 2 to 3 one-time trips. So sometimes some examples of these have been, sometimes we'll go on the weekends. So on Saturdays we've done some harvesting at Farm Davis, which is a farm that all the food that they harvest goes to more low income type places, or also like the food bank and things like that. We've also done some park cleanups. So those are just a couple of examples. And then we've also gone, sometimes during the week, we've volunteered at YOLO Food Bank. We've volunteered at Sacramento Youth and Family Services. So we've sorted through different things for their thrift stores before. So one, it's a really nice chance. Some of our projects are actually on campus, so it's nice to have something close. I know that we helped the Honeybee Haven, the Haagen-Dazs Honeybee Haven. We helped them with some pruning, and some gardening things to have them open up for their open house and their open season. But it's also nice to go around the area and kind of get out of a little bit of the UC Davis bubble to, you know, not only serve and learn a little bit about the community, but also hearing about some of these issues that might be happening, that you're hearing about in your classes, and to kind of get the nonprofit view of some of these things. In addition to that, so those are one-time things. Anyone can come. You're not committed to the entire quarter of the year. It's kind of whenever it fits in your schedule. And then the spring break trip is, and all these things are free too, by the way. So we provide transportation, we provide sometimes some snacks. So that's nothing that the students have to worry about. And then we also have the spring break trip, and the spring break trip is awesome. We try to keep it to a smaller group, around only 13 of us. And we will actually meet weekly in winter quarter for units. So it's also an opportunity to gain some units, and we'll talk about different social issues, food security, poverty, homelessness, some of those types of things as we're leading up to the trip. And then we were supposed to go to the Fresno area and Sequoia National Park this year before all the COVID-19 stuff. So unfortunately, we weren't able to go this year. But in the past, we've also gone to, we've stayed in Monterey and done a lot of service in Salinas. So this is also a great opportunity for whether you're from California or not from California, to see different parts of the states, and to really, we kind of become like a little close-knit family. So a couple different opportunities, especially even if you haven't had any volunteer experience in the past and it's something you want to get involved in, come on down. We'll take whoever.
So I share an office with Co. I eat pineapple on my pizza, and she has yet to eliminate me. So she's a safe, fun person. Jade and Logan, I'm going to put you girls both on the spot. What is there to do around Davis? Are there any malls?
So around Davis, like specifically, there is, I think we have 3, if I'm counting correctly, movie theaters, which is an insane amount for such a small town. I have found a lot of trails to go walking or bike riding around that are really fun, like getting out of like the city. There's lots of like just gorgeous paths, because there is so much, environment, like a beautiful like trees everywhere. I don't know, it's just really gorgeous to go on like walks and doing those kinds of activities. And then we are just 20 minutes without traffic, if you're lucky, from Sacramento area, where there are malls, there are tons more things to do. So even if it's not like directly in Davis, there's things that are definitely super close to be able to do that. San Francisco, only an hour and a half, 2 hours away, easy for like a day trip, weekend trip, anything like that. So there's tons to do around Davis, even if it's not specifically in the town.
Also, there's also food places, really good food places around. You always could go out with friends. And like little thing that's like free but fun. I'm an animal biology major, so you could always like go around, like there's cows like right outside the dorms, or you could just walk up and go touch the cows. Or like I live with pigs, so I'm at the swine facility, so we have pigs over there that you could come meet, come take a tour of. So like little things like that, like you could see a lot of animals and do little stuff with your friends, even if it's just coming over to play a board game or something.
Awesome. All right. Emma, we've got a question for an animal science major. A student wants to know if there are any study abroad opportunities. And I would say Maria or Joe, feel free to jump in and talk about study abroad in general as well.
Yeah, so specifically for animal science, you can study abroad in pretty much anything you would like to do, whether it's general education courses. So there's example, a winemaking class in France. You could take your upper division science, so Biz 101, which is a genetics course required for animal science majors, is taught abroad in Europe. Or you can choose to take a fall semester abroad and go travel to one of the universities that have animal science programs University of Sydney is very popular. We have a really strong connection with them. They come every fall and speak to our animal science majors, not only about their undergrad program, but also about their veterinarian program. Or you can go to somewhere like University of Copenhagen, or we have quite a few different other locations that you can do programs in. You can also do internships abroad. So if you're interested in going to Costa Rica, or going to New Zealand and working with a sheep internship facility there, you can. There's a lot of opportunity specifically for animal science majors, but also across campus.
I would add that the partnership that each of the departments have with all of the majors is tremendous on campus. There's a really live engagement, and really we look for opportunities as advisors. We help the students really attach it to their academic plan. So it might work for their major, it might work for their GE. And many of our own faculty on campus teach abroad, and you're able to take the same courses and they can count. So I would say that partnership is tremendous. If you are interested in that, even on your first quarter when you come here, connect with one of your academic advisors, and we'll start that process and we'll find the best time for you to go abroad.
Yeah, I would just echo that. I think that from an academic advising perspective, we very much encourage and value the study abroad experience, and strongly recommend that all students look into it as a way to enhance their academic experience. The one thing that I would encourage students to think about is that for some of our majors, the timing of that time abroad may be important to really discuss with your major advisor. When you get up into your junior and senior year, you're taking some very sequential classes sometimes, things that you have to take during certain quarters. And so making sure you discuss those plans with major advisors can help you find the best time to study abroad. But if you'd like to learn more information about our study abroad programs, we have great information on our study abroad website, and they can talk through all the different programs, summer, fall, spring, all sorts of different things. So great opportunities, definitely encouraged.
Awesome. So we're running pretty tight on time for Q&A. We are looking forward to seeing you all later this summer at orientation, and hope that you connect with us and get any remaining questions that you have answered. But before I hand it off, I was going to ask if Logan, Jade, and Michelle could maybe just share what's one little piece of advice that you would have for an incoming student at Davis.
Some advice that I would say is definitely get involved. There's a lot of good clubs, internships, jobs, anything that you could find on campus. Definitely study for your test. You might have your first quarter might be, who knows, I got my first C for my first time in my life, and I was so sad, but you have to know that there's so many resources that you could go to study. So the dean's office, or there's places on campus that allow free tutoring and everything. So just take advantage of all your resources and it will be very smooth.
Yeah, echoing the take advantage of your resources, definitely going to office hours. I know that was said, that's a huge thing, huge resource, just making connections and also getting help that you might need in your classes academically. Also, something I didn't learn until really late in my career at Davis was read all of the emails that any of your advisors send you, because you will get bombarded with emails and it will seem like a lot, but they have so many amazing opportunities that they're linking to you, trying to just get you to know everything that's available to you, whether it's a resource or a cool internship or anything like that. I wish I had done that sooner. I got a really cool internship, but I didn't find out about it until someone else read an email. Didn't join it until the end of my junior year, and I just wish I had done it sooner. So definitely read those emails.
All right. Well, thanks so much, you guys.
All right, awesome. So this was a snippet of our network of support, but we have even more folks who care about you and want to support you on campus. So I'm sharing our welcome video in the chat. If you'd like to take a look, I want to thank all of our panelists and our hosts for sharing our time with you today. If you could go ahead and wave goodbye and turn off your videos, that would be awesome. And if there are panelists who are sticking around and want to answer some of the Q&A questions by typing, I see there's an animal science question still left. Please feel free to type those answers so those questions can be answered. I also want to remind all of you that are participating today that your deadline to submit your statement of intent to register is May 1st via your My Admissions portal. If you have further questions about your statement of intent to register, you can always email undergraduate admissions, or you can go on their website and submit a question via their Ask an Advisor function. I'm also dropping in the chat our email. It's caesadvising@ucdavis.edu if you have some specific questions for our Dean's Office staff. And then another thing that I'm dropping in there is how to stay connected. Being connected with our office, we post a lot on social media, so we'll post some advising updates, reminders, student events, service and work opportunities. You heard from our student staff or students that it's really, really important to stay engaged. So this is one way to follow us on either Facebook or Instagram at CA&ES students. And I think that's it. So next up, we have Career Discovery Group's webinar. If you signed up for that or you'd like to stick around, you are more than welcome to. We're going to take a brief break and we'll be back at 4:15. Thank you so much for attending.